What's going on, everyone? This is Rosso, and I'm here to give you a quick video on the up-and-coming Disney Infinity characters. I've broken this down into several sections. We have Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, Disney live action, new partnerships, 4.0, expansions, and in-house characters. This is the rundown of all the characters I think are coming to Disney Infinity. Now, this is through a lot of research and watching the market and seeing the trends in the previous Disney Infinity characters that have already come out. Right, start with Marvel. We have Captain America coming out in 2016. We have Doctor Strange. That's coming out again in 2017, so a character will follow along with that. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in 2017. Now, we already have the characters from Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's likely that there'll be some new characters showing up, as well as some villains, and if those characters are strong enough, and people like that character, it's going to come out for Disney Infinity. Right, okay, we have Spider-Man again in 2017, and if you may have seen in the recent Captain America Civil War trailer, Spider-Man rears his head right at the end. We already have a Spider-Man character, but it is likely there will be another to go along with the movie, as is the Amazing Spider-Man, so the Spider-Man is slightly different. We do already have Spider-Man and a black suit Spider-Man, but if it's a opportunity for Disney Infinity to make some money, they're going to do it. Right, we have Thor in 2017, it's coming out too. We already have Thor, however, I wouldn't be surprised if they redesign some of the characters. Disney Interactive have mentioned in previous interviews that they wish they could remake their Disney Infinity 1.0 and some of their 2.0 characters, especially with Thor and Iron Man, which I think lack a lot of detail and could be done so much better. So potentially they'll bring out another Thor character to go along with the movie that's coming out in 2017. Black Panther 2018. We already have a Black Panther character which is coming out this week in March. However, if the movie's coming out in 2018, that is a couple of years from now, the character may have developed, and they may want another character to go along with it when the film comes out. It is strange that they've brought it out now, but it has come out because of Civil War, and they want to promote Civil War because then that helps them promote the Avengers, rather than waiting 2 years for the Black Panther to come out and they have no idea where the market will be for Disney Infinity. Then we have the Avengers Infinity War Part 1 2018. We know there'll be more characters in that will show up, especially Black Panther and Spider-Man, and we don't have characters like Scarlet Witch yet, so it's likely those characters will become Disney Infinity characters. Then we have Ant-Man and the Wasp in 2018. The Wasp will likely only be introduced when that movie comes out in 2018, so being a pertinent character within the movie, being in the title of the movie, it's likely that a character will come out along with it. Now, when I say likely, I mean will. It will. Captain Marvel, don't know much about it, but there'll be a character. Avengers Infinity War Part 2 in 2019. Again, more characters will appear in the Avengers. There may be more style of characters. They may want to change them up a little bit. They'll bring out some characters with that. It is a while away. Likely that will be the case. Inhumans in 2019 as well. They'll bring out all the characters for that to go along with it. As I said, it is to make money, and if they Disney Infinity want to make money, they got to bring out characters along with the Marvel movies that come out. Okay, other projects that Marvel are working on is their Phase 3 projects, which is coming out in May, July and November between 2020 and 2028. These are yet to be disclosed, but there is more content coming out from Marvel. I also saw an image of the X-Men, Ant-Man and the Avengers all together from a comic book that was released, either leaked by or released by someone at Marvel, and potentially reference material for them making the new Avengers movie, because they are pushing all of these movies individually, and then they'll try and bring them together into the Avengers. I know there's an issue with X-Men and Marvel, but there's potential that someone will buy someone and it'll get itself resolved out in the next few years, especially if it's not till after Inhumans in 2019. There's still quite some time. Other characters may come out for Netflix related characters, so Jessica Jones, Nick Fury, Iron Fist and Blade. These are all characters that are coming to Netflix, if not already on Netflix, so it's likely they'll have a Disney Infinity character. It would be really nice. It'd be really nice if there's a Netflix pack of Disney Infinity characters. It just depends how successful these are. If Jessica Jones is more successful on Netflix and there's several more series, it may then become a character. Then there's Runaways. That's a superhero comic book about a group of teenagers who discover that their parents are part of an evil crime organisation known as the Pride. This was shelved, partly scripted and shelved before the Avengers because the Avengers was becoming more popular within the production, and they put that on the shelf, but likely will revisit it because of the success of Avengers. So any characters that come out of that will be Disney Infinity characters. So just be sure, if Marvel films are being made, Disney Infinity characters will follow. It is all about the money. Right, Star Wars Rogue One, a Star Wars story, coming out in December 16, 2016, and it's about the rebel soldiers trying to steal the plans for the original Death Star. So if there's strong characters within that, there's potentially a group of 5 guys who are a part of this. There's been some images already announced and some information already published. So if any of these characters are strong characters, even just 1 or 2 of them, they'll become Disney Infinity characters. Star Wars Episode 8, we have Rian Johnson directing another movie with Benicio del Toro joining the team as an antagonist character. So likely, as in the last Disney Infinity Star Wars, the villain also came out, Kylo Ren. So this time, it's likely his character will come out for Disney Infinity, and a Luke character reimagined for Episode 8, because it's heard that he's going to be a much more pertinent character within the movie. Then we have the young Han Solo movie coming out in 2018. This has so far been narrowed down to 3 actors. You can find all this information out online. I'm talking exclusively about Disney Infinity characters. And it is directed by Phil Lord, who directed Lego Movie. Anyway, I digress. There'll be a young Han Solo character coming out along with that, which would be really cool if you could battle young Han Solo with old Han Solo. Okay, then we have Episode 9 in 2019, no information about that yet, but the characters will likely be released as Disney Infinity characters. Very unlikely that Rey, Finn and Poe will be re-released, because they already have those characters, unless their appearance changes dramatically, or maybe they have a new jacket or something else cool, or maybe that can just be a power disc. Likely that's more the case than them re-releasing the characters, because people don't want to have several of the same characters. Disney don't want to release several of the same characters. They want to try and keep it looking good right across the whole board. So that will conclude the trilogy, and that will be that done. Then we have the Boba Fett movie coming out in 2020. We already have a Boba Fett character, but likely they'll have another character to follow along with that. I'm not too sure. See, the fact that Boba Fett came out by himself without a related movie, I don't know what's going to happen. Right, I'm going to jump into Disney. There's Finding Dory coming out very soon, and Alice Through the Looking Glass. John Vignocchi at Disney has already announced that these characters will be, well, he said keep an eye open because they may come out at some point. So don't be surprised if Finding Dory, or Dory should I say, Dory, some of the other characters and Alice Through the Looking Glass characters will appear, and there's so many characters within that realm that they bring out. There being a game to go along with either of those is very unlikely, unless they can make a Dory mini underwater game, just like they have the Brave and the Lilo and Stitch under mini games as part of their discs. Then we have Pete's Dragon coming out in 2016, and that's a remake of a 1977 classic. So maybe there's Pete and Pete's Dragon coming, and then we have Moana, which is a teen who sets out to find an island in the South Pacific, and is soon joined by a demigod played by Dwayne Johnson. So again, there are really 2 really great strong characters within the movie, so very likely those themselves will become 2 Disney Infinity characters. So hopefully we'll see them in 2016. Then we have Cars 3. We already have Cars characters, but there may be new villains, there may be new characters, or Disney Infinity and Disney Interactive may want to reimagine the Cars characters, because they have said before in a press release that they would love to redo 1.0 and 2.0 characters, because now the technology has changed and the manufacturing has changed. They have more money, so they do it differently. So they may release the characters again, or they may just bring out power discs that make the characters look like they're from the 3rd film. Then we have Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales in July 2017. And again, we already have a Captain Jack character, but there may be a power disc to go along with it to give him his new outfit, or to give him some changes, or there may be some new characters that appear because there'll be new villains and whatever. So we don't know yet, but there's likely, and very strong signs that that is coming to Disney Infinity. Then you have Coco, Day of the Dead in 2017, and that's a Pixar movie. And again, there's no information released about that yet. However, it is likely there'll be a main character of some kind. Obviously, a compelling story from Pixar, so hopefully a character to go along with that. Possibly like Good Dinosaur, where there's just one character and some discs to follow along with it. We have no idea yet at this point. Then we have Gigantic, which is another Disney movie based on Jack and the Beanstalk. So maybe we'll have Jack, and maybe we'll have a Beanstalk Disney Infinity. We will not have a Beanstalk Disney Infinity, but we'll have Jack, and potentially a Beanstalk mount, or something else to go along with it. Toy Story 4, the love story between Woody and Bo Peep. So let's hope for a Bo Peep character, because that'd be really cool. We already have Buzz and Woody and Jessie, but we could have more from that movie if there's strong characters within that movie, coming out in 2018, June 15th. Then we have The Incredibles 2, again, no information released, but it would be amazing if we can get a Jack character finally, because he should hopefully be more pertinent within the movie, and we can have a Jack character to finish the family, and we'll have a new villain, probably, and we'll have him as a Disney Infinity character too. Now, the live action. So we have Jungle Book coming out very soon, and Disney Infinity have released Baloo as a classic character, not as a live action Disney Infinity character, which is fantastic. He looks fantastic, and it's a good judge for the market to see if people really want the classic characters to come back to go along with the Disney Infinity, to go along with the live action movies that are coming out. To follow that, Beauty and the Beast is coming out in 2017, and I have seen some images and some concept art at Disney Interactive for Belle and the Beast, so potentially that's another Disney Infinity figure that's coming out. Then we have our new partnerships, so they had some conversations with Kingdom Hearts, potentially making that into 4.0. However, there's thousands or hundreds of characters, and we couldn't satisfy the whole market, so that might not come to light. However, there is power discs potentially coming along to go along with Mickey and Donald to give them their Kingdom Hearts outfits, and it was the secret item within 3.0 was getting the Kingdom Hearts sword. So there's every time that the one before has always been a secret for the next one that's coming up, so Kingdom Hearts is likely going to be something that's coming up down the line. Also keep your eye on the parks and the company as a whole. What are they developing? What sectors within the movie industry are they moving into? Because then Disney will want to buy that and want to develop characters for that, or make them into Disney Infinity characters. You can also keep an eye on Disney XD and Disney Channel. Often the content from that doesn't become Disney Infinity characters unless it's Phineas and Ferb and some power discs, but if there's strong characters in there, they might become Disney Infinity. As I said before, it's the flagship that's usually the main product that Disney Interactive produce for their platform, because it sells the most and is the most current and has the biggest audience. So my ideas for 4.0, and lately just from watching the market and different things that are coming out, is there won't be necessarily a main theme like 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. However, some of it may be underwater, maybe an element of underwater. It's likely just going to be expansion, so there'll be an online multiplayer aspect to it. Maybe there'll be some racers, maybe there'll be a tycoon style or a sim style that gets added on to the game in an expansion format. So that's potentially what's happened. And again, as I said before, they are basing the Baloo as a judge of how successful a classic character might be. And because there is no particular film that's coming out in August, so they had the big Star Wars franchise last year, they had a big Marvel's franchise the year before. If there's no big franchise coming in August, then I'm not sure what 4.0 is going to be. However, as I said before, there are going to be live action movies and a lot of Disney classics coming back, so Cars and Toy Story, Incredibles, and Finding Dory and Finding Nemo. So if they may revisit that, and they may have a classic section, or 4.0 maybe classics or originals of some kind, which would be very, very exciting. Seeing the fact that Peter Pan is coming out. If you've not already seen it, Peter Pan is coming. It was a design that was chosen by the staff at Disney Interactive and Disney as a company, and they went for Peter Pan, so that is coming. I also saw some images, potentially leaked or just found them online, published, of concept art, and I just took some stills from videos and looked in the background, and they have images of Simba and Hercules and Pocahontas and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, Ratatouille, Bolt, Beauty and the Beast, and King Leonidas, all as initial concepts ready potentially for Disney Infinity characters, which could come along with the classics Disney 4.0. So guys, that is the end of the video. I really appreciate you listening. Like it if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, share it if you want to share it. I just wanted to get this out. It's been in my head for so long, and some of the ideas I already had have come true, so I just wanted to get this out there so other people have an idea of what's coming up. So guys, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in the next video.